Have you ever felt like making friends was just like really hard to either connect with people or just to kind of sit down and have like a conversation where you felt safe? I wanted to talk to you guys about my struggles with making friends. It has, over the course of the last couple of years, it has been very difficult for me to make friends, but I'm still coming into who I am as a person. And even in my early 40s, it's still a struggle. I feel like I haven't gotten personal with you guys about, you know, just kind of who I am and where I grew up. I am originally from Sumter, South Carolina. It is a very, very small town. It is growing, but it's still small. I grew up in an area where racism was very present. And as a young girl, I learned how to navigate my way through just spaces where I felt safe. So, you know, I had white friends, I had black friends, I had friends who were mixed. I was a very, very young socialite. I used to love to talk, and when I was in school, I would always get in trouble and have to either have my desk put outside, or I was always getting like written up or detention for just talking too much. Talks too much was always on my report card. So it's kind of like what happened. And I can tell you, a lot of life experiences caused me to go from being super extroverted to extremely introverted. And it has affected a lot of my relationships with people. But like I said, I'm still learning who I am. You know, if you're having struggles, then we can sit and we can talk about it. So, you know, if you don't know who I am, my name is Keshante Chantel. Like I said, I grew up in Sumter, South Carolina, very, very small town. And you know, it kind of started off, most people don't know this about me, but I grew up in a kingdom home. So I didn't grow up in church. I grew up in a very strict home as well. And if you know anything about Jehovah's Witnesses, you know that they are very quiet people. They're very quiet people. They don't celebrate birthdays. They don't celebrate pretty much any holiday. They are, you know, they kind of stick within their congregation. And I will say this video is not going to be a video where I'm going to talk down on anybody's religion, let alone mine. You know, I grew up in the Kingdom Hall, but I am not baptized. So I am not a practicing Jehovah's Witness. I'm very spiritual. I do not go to the Kingdom Hall anymore. Doesn't necessarily mean that I don't believe or I don't share some of their beliefs, because, you know, once you've grown up in a religion for so long, it's kind of like your mind has been just kind of shaped to just think the things that you think. But like I said, I grew up in a Kingdom Hall, and so that did affect some of the relationships that I had with friends, because, you know, I was always taught that there was a certain kind of people that you don't associate yourself with. So by the time I hit high school, I had all different kinds of friends, but like I wasn't a kid who just was hanging out and going out to football games, basketball games. I kind of went here and there, but my dreams and aspirations, I wanted to be a singer or an actress. And I was always going to concerts, or I had friends who was into like music and stuff. And so, you know, I traveled at a young age to go see those friends. But, you know, of course, we lost touch, and there are some friends that I have right now who I've had for many, many years, probably, wow, over 25 years. And those are friends who are very near and dear to me, and we still keep in contact. We might not see each other every day, but, you know, we're gonna do our check-ins every now and then. But like I said, growing up in a Kingdom Hall was a little difficult because, you know, being homosexual was something that they shunned in the Kingdom Hall. Like, they was just not with it. If you had a family member and you was baptized, you couldn't talk to them. And so it was difficult for me, because no, I am not, you know, a homosexual. But by the time that I got out of school, 75% of my really good friends were gay. And so I didn't understand why these people, in the Kingdom Hall, they say bad association spoils useful habits. But like, I was never tempted to do any of the things that they did. If anything, guys, I was going to the gay club, I was going to the balls, I was having a blast, I was having fun that I would have had with straight people. So there was like some conflicts within myself internally where I just didn't feel like I could treat someone or be the same exact. I just didn't feel like I could treat this person any type of way because of their life decisions. So like I said, I don't go to the Kingdom Hall anymore. I'm not going to bash them for their practices or their beliefs, but some of those friends I still have to this day. And you know, it is what it is. Also, I've had friends where I've known them for a very, very long time and ended up getting burned in the end. And I'm not very trusting when it comes to females or women, so that does play a part as to why I just am not. I guess as you grow older, like, you have the power of discernment. Like, some people have it when they're young, some people develop it over time. Some people say, oh, when you get older, that light bulb comes on and you know when you know. But friends that I was very, very trusting of, thought that they would be there for me, and they ended up just burning me, and it was like really, really bad. And I had known them for like over 20 years. And you know, maybe we could talk about that another day. I'm not going to include that in this specific video, but like, it goes to show that I've met people over the last year and they have been more genuine to me than people that I've known for years. Especially, I've always gotten along with guys just because I just felt like, I don't know, I belonged in a sense. Now, I did run into problems where I had guy friends who eventually ended up ruining a relationship because they wanted a relationship with me, and I was just like, I just want to be your friend. If you don't know, I love anime, I love K-pop, I grew up playing with boys. And when I say play, like, I was jumping ditches. Like, I'm a country girl, so I grew up climbing trees, jumping ditches. Like, all the neighborhood guys when I was younger, like, they were doing the fun stuff, whereas I did have Barbie dolls, but like, it just wasn't fun to me. Like, there's only so much that I want to see a damn Barbie riding in a Corvette. Like, girl, go explore the world. And so I just found more solace and fun hanging out with guys. So a lot of my friends were guys, and so it was just, I could sit down and talk to them about, like, if I had a crush on a guy, I would get their perspective from things. I would learn about how they really felt about certain girls and how girls dress. And I learned so much from guys versus hanging out with girls. And plus, it was no drama. It just made it easy just to go chill, order pizza, watch TV, shoot the shit. It was so much more fun than hanging around girls who was sitting up crying about a boy that was cheating on her. Like, there's only so much advice I can give you. If you're not gonna take it, I don't want to hear about it. So, you know, now I will say where I'm at in life, I'm much older. There's a lot of things that I am discovering about myself. I would say who I am now as a person, like, I am a little bit more compassionate and more forgiving. Before, I would say I would just kind of one hit wonder. You did something to me, I'm out. Like, I don't want to talk to you no more. I don't care. But I've learned to just kind of give people grace, because life is happening for a lot of people. And I think once you kind of start to see how people can be like struggling, like I have a specific friend, and she and we're really good friends to this day, but we have like a meme relationship. We went from hanging out, often going to lunch or dinner, and now we only send each other like memes on social media. But the thing is, she's living her life. She has a child, and you know, I've been busying myself with work. I think the loss of my sister did allow me to just see how short time is. And sometimes people can only give what they can only give, and you have every right to have like an expectation of the type of friends and relationships that you want from people. But understand that like people might not be able to give you that specific thing that you need from them, and if you feel like you have to move on, then that's what you have to do. But like I said, I've learned to give people grace. I've learned that just because, you know, I'm on whatever journey I'm on right now, somebody else might not quite be there. Now, there are certain things that I do require from friendships. I require maturity. I require you to at least be working towards your goals, or have like a good head on your shoulder where you're responsible. And because I have some friends who like turn around and they ask me for money for shit all the time, and I'm just like, but wasn't you just at like this concert? Wasn't you just doing this and that? Like, what's going on? But the whole point of this video, yes, I have friends, right? But my interests in things have changed. Like, I am currently on my content creator journey, and like there's times when I want to get cute, go out, grab dinner so that I can take pictures or get content. But I don't really have friends that want to do things like that. They either want to be at home, be in a relationship, and that's fine. That's 100% fine. But I still want to do those things. And it's hard not having, you know, the relatability. Sometimes I feel like I don't relate to my friends. Like, my current interest, of course, is I want to go to Tokyo. I want to go to Korea. You know, I have talked about this with my friends, and they're like, yeah, I want to go, and then turn around and nobody has the money to go. So then I have to turn around and just like, okay, let's plan for this time. And then that time comes around and then nobody has the money to go. And it's not that I can't do things by myself. I think where I'm at now, because, you know, I did get my passport this year, where I'm at now with it is I'm going to travel by myself now. And I am the type of person, I can go to the movies by myself, I can go out to eat by myself, but I've never gone to a foreign country by myself. And that's not something that I wanted to do, but I feel like at this point that's something that I need to do for me, because I can't stop living waiting for somebody else to live. I do want friends that have that common interest of wanting to travel and experience new food and experience different countries. And, you know, I want that. I want to keep the same friends that I have, but I think, you know, my overall taste has evolved with friendships. This is what I want now. I kind of feel like I'm at a place where like I don't know how to open myself up and like find people like that, because like where do you go to find people who want to travel and things like that? If you guys have any suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below, because that's something that I would like to do at least by next year. I the beginning of next year, I want to like really start traveling more out of the country. So I don't know about you guys, but like I said, making friends with people later in my age is definitely harder. And I will say this, like when it comes to age, of course I would prefer to have friends who are 25 and up, because I feel like that's kind of where we would have like a lot of common interests. But like some of my friends, age-wise, I don't have the same things that they have. I'm not in a relationship. I don't have kids. So it makes it much harder because like I said, we don't have some of the same interests. But I do have, you know, friends who are the age of 25 and up who don't have kids, not in a relationship, and you know, we have things like anime, K-pop, gaming. Those are some things that we have in common. So I'm able to adapt to different personalities. It's just harder wanting to go out and like actually do things. You know, if you struggle with making friends or have struggled with making friends, definitely I want to hear some of your stories. If you have any advice on like where to go, maybe I should join a book club or something like that, please let me know in the comment section below, because I'm so interested, and maybe I'll have an update or so in the next couple months of how I was able to overcome some of this. So I'm always willing to hear your opinions. So yeah, guys, like I said, making friends is hard. It's very, very hard. For some people, when they're extroverted, it's easy. But for an introverted black girl who is a nerd, because I am a nerd, it can be hard and it can be very intimidating. So thank you guys for listening to my story. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, join my beautiful online family, and hopefully I'll have an update for you guys soon. I'll talk to you later. Bye.